Hi everyone, welcome back. This video is about ACFS Snapshot, a new technology which has been introduced in 11G release 2. Now ACFS stands for ASM Cluster File System, which is a new file system which Oracle has introduced. You can create a dynamic volume out of the existing disk group. Now if you think about the benefit that you receive when you create a dynamic volume is you can create a dynamic volume out of an ASM disk group which is mirrored, which is striped. That means you get more performance as well as you get the protection level by specifying the mirroring and the redundancy of data. But when you create a normal partition, this kind of mirroring at the RAID level is either needed to be defined by a different software, or by a hardware level. But in our context with ASM, you can create a disk group which is already mirrored, and when you create a volume out of that disk group, that volume will also be protected by the mirroring of your disk group. When you talk about Snapshot is a very good technology when it comes to backing up the large databases. Snapshot, what it does is, when you plan to create a snapshot of any existing partition, you create a snapshot. That means a particular point in time copy of that particular partition will be created, and then when you try to make changes to any of the object for which the snapshot is created, only the change blocks or only the change data will be recorded, and actual data will be pushed into a read-only format, because of which when you try to do a recovery, or when you try to bring back the old data would still be available in read-only mode, and you can immediately fetch it. In our case, I would demonstrate it with an example. Over here, if you go to ADVM, this is one of my dynamic volume, and inside this ADVM I would create a file called as check. In this file I would write some content. For example, I would say step 1 checking file. Step 2 is before we create a snapshot. This is our step 1. So I have stored this file into a file name called as check. Now what next I would do is I would create a snapshot for this particular partition. I would do it, and then I would further explain you the snapshot benefits and uses. The command that you need to use is ACFS util. That's a new command, and you can find it over here in SBin, but only once your grid is installed. So you write ACFS util. Now you need to specify the snap method. You want to create a snap. Now give the name of the snap. So in our case the name could be let's see, snap test. Now you want it for which particular partition? I would say for ADVM, and you can see it's very quick. It has immediately created a snapshot. Snapshot operation is complete. Now if you go to ADVM directory and you do ls-la, you would see a .acfs directory. I would go inside this .acfs, and you can see the snaps directory. You go inside that, you'll see the snap test directory. This directory would be same as the name you used in the snap name. You do ls-ltr, you'll get a file called as a. You'll get a file called as check. These are the same file which you have created in your ADVM location. Now over here, if you do a vi on check, you could see the content which you have written. Now I'm trying to change the content inside this file, and I would write step 3 after creating the snapshot. That's it. So now if you see cat check, it has 3 steps, but suddenly by mistake somebody has done an RM onto this file. Now you go to ACFS directory, go to snaps, go to the snap test. Still your check is available there, but this check is available on step 2. That means when you created the snapshot, the actual files were moreover were converted into a read-only snapshot, and now you can still recover from there. And now if you try to update it here, it will not allow you because it's a read-only snap. But yes, you could copy from here to your ADVM directory, and you got the data back. So this is one of the best method you could utilize in order to have a snapshot in place and in order to recover a file from failure. Now when you talk about the benefit that you receive from snapshot, is it is very quick. So when you create a snapshot, it is very quick. When you want to remove a snapshot, that is also very quick. For example, when I say VI check, now here I am updating. I have set step 3, snapshot created, and I have set step 4, snapshot file dropped actually. Now this is my file and I have saved it as well. After saving, I found out that my snap is very old and I need to remove the snap. I would just say ACFS util snap delete snap test. It was snap test. Let me check the exact snap which I created. It was snap 2. In case if you want to find out the the snapshot, you can also use ACFS util info-fs, and you'll be able to find out the snapshot detail. Here it is. And I'll go inside this. Snap test is the name of the snap. The snap is deleted. Now I'm going to create a new snap. Snap create snap new out of this ADVM. It is very quick. I went to ADVM. Over here I went inside the ACFS directory. I went inside the snaps. I went on snap new. I checked the file and you can see it is the recent snapshot available. So the benefits are many. Benefits are like you can go for a quick recovery. You have the read-only snapshot available. You can mount it at a remote place and use it for a read-only database. You can take these statistics or your optimizer statistics from a read-only database and export and import it forward to your production box, thus reducing the performance impact. So there are many uses that you could do with the snapshot concept. Thanks a lot for this one. And in the next few articles, I would be demonstrating on the redundancy path how you can recover with the new feature of ASM with fast mirror resync and your concept of preferred mirror read. So thanks a lot for your time.